tell us your solution to what you have described as the, or shall we say, curse of America, or this big problem of America?
An opportunity, I would say. You see, God Almighty, in His wisdom, He gave a solution to our problems. And we read this in the Bible, that almost every prophet of God had more than one wife. Abraham had 3. Solomon had 1,000 wives and concubines. 1,000. David, his son, he had more than a dozen. In the time of Jesus, polygamy was practiced by the Jews. You see, they come to Jesus, the Jews had come to him with a poser, with a riddle. They were asking him, he says, Master, there was a woman among us who had 7 husbands, according to a Jewish practice, that if one brother died and he left no offsprings behind, then the second brother will take her to wife and try to, I think they call it levirate marriage.
Yes.
So, according to that system, 7 brothers, they went through this one woman, one after another. And in the end, the woman died and the 7 brothers died. So, they came to ask Jesus that while they were alive, there was no problem because it was one by one. But they want to know from him that at the resurrection, which guy is going to have her, because they all had her here. That means 7 brothers had this one woman. Now we can't imagine that among the Jews, the 7 brothers were waiting in a queue for a brother to die before taking over the woman. Surely they had their own wives. See, they had their own wives and they were trying to do the duty simultaneously to this woman. And they failed. And another brother failed and another failed. Polygamy was practiced. In the whole Bible, there is not a single verse anywhere against polygamy. Jesus Christ never uttered a word about polygamy. Little wonder that he said, in my last interview I told you, that he said, I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. All truth means all your problems, solution to all your problems.
And is this a defensive role because the Prophet Muhammad had many wives,
no,
or is this?
No, this is the natural answer to a natural problem. We didn't create it. In America today, as I said when I visited the country, I discovered that there were 7.8 million more women than men. If every man in America got married, there'll still be 7.8 million women who can't get husbands. And in the city of New York alone, there are 1 million more women than men. In the city of New York alone, 1 million more women than men. If every man in New York gets married, still be a million women who can't get husbands.
Is polygamy a practice here in this Islamic community?
No, hardly. This is hardly being practiced.
It's what?
It's hardly, rarely.
Hardly.
It's a rare thing, but this is a solution to a problem. We are not offering this as a tonic to the world. You have a problem. Britain has a problem. Europe has, Germany has 5 million more women than men. Germany. In Britain, soon after the war, I'm reading that there were 1.6 million more women on the east coast of England alone than men. You have a problem with the 7.8 million women in America without husbands. Then of the males in New York, one third are gays, sodomites.
All right.
Then in the whole country, 25 million sodomites, gays. In other words, another 25 million women who can't get husbands. Plus the 7.8, you have another 25 million. Then your prison population, 98% are men. Again, they are discounted. Then, I'm telling you jokingly, but I think there's many serious things I said in jest, that men get cold feet for so many reasons. I know. I've been trying to get guys married, and I know what happens. Everything is fine. He's jovial, he wants to, and then at the last minute the guy gets cold feet. He doesn't tell us why. Maybe at the back of the mind he can't make the grade. He doesn't make a fool of himself. So he finds some excuse of getting out of it. So man, so many reasons. But a woman, even if she is frigid, she'll want to have somebody to give her protection.